episode 7 of Netherwood TV on Friday the 20th of October. I'm Caitlin Turner and this is Stephen Lee and we're both prefects.
In today's episode we will be finding out what Netherwood students got up to at the Maths Challenge event at Horizon Community College.
We will also be finding out what some of the students went to see at the theatre this week.
We will also have a recommended read from Miss Evans.
Also, Rotary Club have been busy this week too, and we will be finding out about the polio campaign and how Netherwood are involved in Rotary Stainborough,
as well as general school news and community messages.
Now let's go over to Maths and find out what some Year 10 students got up to at the Barnsley Maths Fest. On Tuesday, Mrs Sanders, Mr Marshall and Mr Nixon took a group of Year 10 students to Horizon Community College to compete in the Barnsley Maths Fest.
This is an event that tests higher mathematical knowledge. All students did exceptionally well, with Netherwood teams coming 2nd, 4th and 10th place.
You can now see on screen a few images from the event.
Well done to the following students for outstanding performance in a tough competition: Max Swift, Josh Nuttall, Aidan Pepper, Lawrence Goodwin, Kira Grayson, Ellis Gay, Ben Godfrey, Matthew Hodgson, Alex Studd, Emily Walls, Harrison Tasker and Jake Smith.
Now on to some messages from the drama department.
On Wednesday this week, Mr Utley and Miss Winch took some students along to the Lyson Theatre in Sheffield as part of a Live for 25 theatre enrichment programme.
This week, the students watched an incredible production of Kite Runner.
The production highlighted a number of different themes and has innovative staging.
This visit was the first time that some of the students have experienced live theatre and seemed to really enjoy it.
The next production that is open for everyone to see in school is The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe at the West Yorkshire Playhouse in Leeds.
Details are outside Mr Utley's office and in your theatre enrichment booklets that were handed out to the start of the year.
If you would like a place on this trip, then please collect and return a letter to Mr Utley.
Now on to this week's recommended read of the week.
Thank you to Mr Smith for last week's recommendation.
Now this week's recommendation is from Mrs Evans.
Let's take a look.
Hi, I'm currently reading a book at the moment called Wonder by R.J. Palacio. It's an inspirational, uplifting story about a boy with a severe facial disfigurement, and we follow his life at school through the eyes of him, his friends and family, and it teaches us the value of seeing inner beauty within people. It reinforces the fact that looks mean nothing, and the values of compassion, kindness, loyalty and humour are much more important. This book's been written with an audience of teenagers and young adults in mind, but it is a fantastic read for anyone and I would thoroughly recommend it.
Thanks for that recommendation, Mrs Evans.
Now this week, the Year 8 Interact Club have been busy with some of the Rotary Stainborough team and planted a heart of over 2,000 purple crocus bulbs on the site as a symbol of the End Polio campaign.
In spring we will update you on the heart.
Next, you can see some images of the new heart.
And now we're going to hand over to Jack, the head boy, for this week's community and general school news messages.
Thanks guys, now on to a few messages. On Thursday the 26th of October it is a post-16 options evening for all Year 11. The event will take place here at Netherwood, 7:30 p.m. You can now see on screen some information about the evening. If you have any questions about this, then please speak to Mr Smith. Now on to some community messages. We still have some stalls available for this year's Christmas fair. Please see on screen for more details, and if you're interested in having a stall, Mr Utley's details are in the description below. Now I'll hand back to Stephen and Caitlin.
That's it for this episode. See you again next week at 10:25.